was honestly just crazy to think that there is $40,000 in Bitcoin buried in Mafia Land. Nationers, we are back. Oh my goodness, back in action. Here we are, episode 20. Hey, we love to see it. We love to see it. I hope everything's all good. Like, I actually don't know if everything's all good. Because, what is it? I am back in the regular setup. I brought this all the way down to LA to record some podcasts. I didn't end up recording any podcasts, so I just basically lugged us around 1,000 miles there and back to not do anything with it. Regardless, Nationers, today's episode, we got a lot to talk about. LA trip, Spartan Racing, Bitcoin, and Zach King, and how those kind of interpolate together, and how basically like how I almost won Bitcoin from Zach King. You guys will see by the title of this episode. Regardless, welcome back to another episode. Whoa, I can't hear myself. I turned that all the way down. I turned that right to the top just so I can hear things around me as well. I'm aware. We got a kind of like a brand new setup. I'm running through a different software here, and hopefully it's going to streamline a lot better because, oh my gosh, Nationers, episode 27, I was cringing when I was in the editing bay for that because how I normally had the setup, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Hopefully the quality out of this is a lot better, which it should, as well as it shouldn't be laggy where it's like, what is it? Where you feel like these mixed frames and like loss of frames and things are faster and things are slower. I don't know how the heck that happened. It's just because of the processing power of my laptop. I think this is going to look a lot better. I could see I have like a monitor like right down there. I'm pointing at myself. It's a whole thing. Regardless, Nationers, I want to get into this episode because we have a lot to talk about. I first want to kind of start off with my LA trip. I was down in LA. Me and my mom had traveled down to San Bernardino, California, which is a little like an hour east of LA for those that don't know where this is. And I was competing in my Spartan Race. I was competing in my first of the season, and first of many, that is. And I competed there. We flew in the 29th. I competed the 30th. And essentially, it was good. So when I first finished the race, I was 7th. You know, the 07 baby. You know what's good. Well, let me tell you, I checked the results probably like 4 days after, and I was 6th, which is better. I mean, it's one place better, but I think the funny part about it was I was 71st overall. One female came ahead of me, so I was 7th for the males, or 70th for the males, 7th for my age group, and then after how they kind of do it, and I'll kind of put it in short, when you have to do like a penalty, which is typically burpees, which for this race, it was entirely 30 burpees for any filled obstacle. The thing was, you get docked off like a minute or two, like half a minute. I don't even know. You get like docked like half a minute, like a minute for burpees that you do not complete. Let me tell you, I did all my burpees. I only did 30 burpees, but the one thing was there was people that didn't do burpees. So then their time gets added on. It's like a deduction, so you get more time. So, I mean, you could take the 30 seconds or like however it is, but if it takes you longer to do one burpee during that span of time, it's just a lot easier to do the burpees anyways because, 10 burpees is going to cost you like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Regardless, Nationers, I will say I placed 69th overall. I placed 69th in my Spartan race, and let me tell you, I was glad. I was glad that I saw that number because I was wavering around. More people were finishing. I'm like, okay. I see. Regardless, the age group is the one that really matters because we do race in different packs. We do race with a younger group and like a slightly older group, and then there's like a middle pack that's like super fast. Regardless, Spartan Race was well. Me and my mom were down there. I had some spaghetti the night before, competed in the morning at 7:45 a.m. I'm not a morning person, but I'm willing to compete and wake up for these races. Next one's going to be in Jacksonville, Florida. This one's like a very, very important one. So while I'm still pushing out videos for the main channel, we're also going to be doing a lot of videos, or not even videos, doing a lot of training as well for the Spartan Race. It's going to be kind of like one of these ones where I fly down the night before, compete, and then essentially fly back the same day or like the next day. The same day that I compete is what I meant. Regardless, that's pretty much like most of that trip for the Spartan Race end. I have like a whole nother end of it, which regards a lot of the Zach King Bitcoin fiasco. Not even a fiasco. It's just a disappointing time. So, kind of segueing off of the LA trip, I had done a lot in LA, not as much as I would have liked to, because I missed a thing in Santa Monica. I also would have loved to do a podcast, but then I just ended up not doing any podcast, which sucks. Regardless, I just didn't really get around to a few things, but regardless, I still did a ton of things, and it was just like, honestly, one of the best experiences that I've had this year so far. So after the Spartan Race, me and my mom takes me over the same day over to some creators that I met through Creator Now, Manuel Boza, Tyler Blanchard. You may know Tyler Blanchard from Airrack's videos if you guys watch any Airrack. He's the curly-haired guy in the back. That's him. As well as Ellie Whitby was there from Creator Now. And there's a whole bunch of other people I met through that experience. Ellie had headed home. She had stayed there for like 3 months. I also got to meet Denise as well as Iman. Super cool people, like awesome experience. I got to meet so many cool people, and for the most part, I had honestly just been so baffled by the incredible nature of LA, for good and bad reasons. I don't like the LA driving; it's terrifying. I feel like I'm gonna crash and flip. We're gonna get into an accident. We're gonna take like another hour of our time, just because of the driving being so reckless. So like I don't care. Like I'm getting to my destination. Certain aspects, I like that mentality, but not when you're driving. Not when you're driving. It's terrifying, okay? So, head over there late at night. Just had a whole bunch of fun the first few days. They were recording. They were, we're getting stuff done, editing, and all that good stuff. And it was just a ton of fun. I had also met Gavin Baker down there as well. Can't forget about Gavin. Shout out Gavin. And, it was just, there was a few things that we did. I had, I think it was Tuesday. I got there Monday. I think it was Tuesday. It must have been Tuesday. Manuel, he had saw a tweet that Airrack had liked on Twitter, obviously. And essentially, it was a Zach King saying, I buried Bitcoin in this desert. First one who, I'm going to stay here until somebody finds it. First one who finds it, blah, blah, blah. And, you get a Bitcoin if you find it. And that was at 9 a.m. We saw this at noon, like later of noon. So it was almost like 1. And Tyler, who's been trying to get out of a lot of his debt recently, he's done a lot of videos and just trying to get out of that. It's going to pay off in the long run. But regardless, he was like, screw it. They had a whole bunch of ideation that they needed to get done. But they just said, screw it. We could push that back. 40K, you cannot push back. Because at the time, Bitcoin was wavering a little under 40K. And, oh my gosh, it was just crazy. It was honestly just crazy to think that there is $40,000 in Bitcoin buried in Mafia Land. It was in Mafia Land, which Manuel and Ellie had also been to, and they'd done like a short form video. And they'd been there. Tyler, myself, and Iman hadn't been there. And we're just like, screw it. We're going to go. We're going to just like do it. Like it does not matter. We are going to do it. So we squish into this car. I swear my feet had never felt so still until I was in since I was in my mother's womb. I felt so still. I couldn't move my legs because there's 3 people in the back. Iman's like a bigger guy. I'm like half the size as him. Ellie's also like that, like my size, a little bit tinier than I am. And Iman just couldn't fit back there, and it was already tiny enough. So we're all squished in my legs. I couldn't move, and we're just we're driving through. We're trying to figure out percentage wise. We're trying to figure out enough money that would fit all of our needs. It wasn't like we didn't want to split it evenly. our priority was to get Tyler out of debt and then split the rest. So let's say it's 40K, 10K to Tyler, and then the 30K split amongst 4 people. So 27 and a half or $7,500 a piece. That was a lot of money, right? And we were debating on even stopping to like Home Depot, like just to grab like shovels and whatnot. And I just we had like been refreshing Twitter essentially, and we'd been vlogging this entire experience. Let's just say an hour into the 2-hour drive, Zach King put out a tweet. That was the most devastating thing of this entire trip. Honestly. Well, there was another one. But this was like very personally, like, not even personally. It was just a moment of despair. It was just not like, like we were fresh and Manuel's like, it's been found. And we're just like, you just feel the energy in the room just escape the windows. Escape our bodies. Like we just like went to heaven. We're like, well, our lives are done. Like it was just so bad, and I always try and keep up that high spirit. It didn't really matter to me as much. I was going to try my all to find it, but honestly, like $7,000 is it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And certainly I feel as if there would have been a great joy and great smile on my face to find it. But, even going in, like the percentage of finding it is very small. There was probably around 10 people there already that had been trying to find it. And, yeah, they had found it, unfortunately. But, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. So we just turned around and headed back, and then they finished up their ideas for the little meeting that they had. And then that was kind of it. It was kind of the end of the Bitcoin era. So, Zach King, best know that I have your notifications on Twitter at least, because let me tell you, I don't want to ever feel that again. that was a tough scene. So yeah, I mean, we got to do what we got to do, and we're gonna try our best, especially as creators, to make the best and live in the moment, and make those rash decisions. Because as a creator, I think the one most important thing that we need to keep on our mind is to be on our toes and realize that we have to make decisions like this, to leave what we were already doing, to then, kind of throw away the itinerary and go after something because we believe in it so much. So, yeah, that one's going to go on the, what is it? That one's going to go on the, the good old TikToks. I felt like I was saying something good there, so I just marked it. I haven't used this marker for like 28 episodes until now. So, I always feel like I'm going to like click something that I shouldn't. And, yeah, because I don't want to be in like the middle of like a conversation and be like, marker. Well, who knows? Maybe in future episodes. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys here for the podcast. I mean, it's only me. So we, me, us, I, myself. I appreciate you guys. I'm wearing the Nation of merch. If you guys haven't seen already, you guys can buy that at shop.spreadshirt.com/Nationer. Link is in the description if you guys are ever wanting to wear some of the Nationer apparel. I'm working on like a spring launch soon. Just waiting for like certain things to kind of transpire, and just ready to give you guys the best designs that we have. Me. Yeah. So LA trip, regardless of the Zach King, and all that good stuff. I'd also been down to Venice in hopes for video that should be out this week. This one's going to be out Wednesday, recording Tuesday. So, yeah, later this week, you guys can expect that. I got a lot of things to do in the next 24 hours, but I'm willing to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready, Nationers. I'm ready to do this. So, first and foremost, Nationers, I do just want to mention LA. If people, I think like January, February is like a beautiful time to go. It's just a beautiful time. Like the weather's like nice. It's not too hot. You're not dying. It's just like super good, So if you're ever traveling to LA, screw all the like beaches in the summer. Go in the early quarters of the first 3 months of the year, because it is so nice. It is so nice. I really enjoyed it when I was even in Venice and whatnot. Once I'm able to release this video, I'll be able to talk about the video and experience a bit more. But overall, just super cool. I found Prime there. I wish I brought my drink up. It's downstairs. I wish I would have brought it. Me and my sister did like a drink review. It was super fun. Probably would have re-recorded it a little bit differently. I would have like had the handheld, but I had like the camera set up like it is here, and we did it that way. And I was like, maybe I don't do that. Maybe I should probably go a little bit more for like the little handheld and whatnot. I think it would have done a lot better. Regardless, yeah, I also got to try Mr. Beast chocolate. Also got to try Prime, like I mentioned. Brought that back for my sister and I. Hopefully it's here at some of the GNCs here, and hopefully some of the markets here, the supermarkets, that is. So overall, when I was heading back, my mom flew me out of Long Beach, little small terminal. I will say, saying I had all my podcast stuff, I put the Prime in there. Also, I put some clothes in there. Let's just say I was a little overweight on the baggage. I was at 56 pounds. The limit was 52 pounds. So, silly old me. The solution is super easy. I had these mounts in there that weigh 5 pounds a pop. I could have just easily took one out and put it into another bag. No, that's not what I thought. I was like, I'm going to put layers of clothes on because I feel like that's the best thing to do. So, guess what I did? I put another hoodie on. I then put another shirt over the hoodie on, and I also put another pair of sweats on, as well as I put other clothes into my other bags. And then when I landed, I realized I could have just took out these 5-pound weights. So all in all, that flight, super small airport, like super small, probably like the size of my high school. And I flew out of Long Beach, LA area to Salt Lake City, stayed there for about a 2-hour layover, which wasn't too bad, super nice. And yeah, I had some good food there. I had like a really bourbon grilled orange chicken. It was super good with rice. Like it was super filling. I was terrified to leave my stuff to go grab a sip of water because you don't want to leave your stuff there, especially in an airport. I like ran. I'm like, ran. Running back. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, we're good. And then I need to use the restroom. So then I need to put everything away because I was charging my laptop. I was charging my phone. Had to put that all away, go to the restroom, and then come back and put it back down. It was just a mess. Just a mess. You know, you got to be careful in those airports. You got to be careful. I was also like super late. I was like 2.5 hours early, or not late. I was like 2.5 hours. What was it? I was 2.5 hours early for my first flight, and then obviously the layover, the connecting flight was super easy. And then we're heading back to Spokane late at night. We're going to land at midnight because it's a 2-hour flight with a 1-hour time change into the negative or to the positive, that is. So we're gonna lose an hour, but also 2 hours. So it's also like, you know, hour gain. And let's just say, like literally right as we're like about to touch down, they're telling us to put all electronics away, and this is probably like even like a minute after that. And essentially, I was just sitting there. They had like the little monitors and whatnot on the back of the screens, and there's 2 people to my left and my right, well, the one and one. And oh my gosh, I got a bloody nose. 2 bloody noses, that is. I realized that I had both noses bleeding because I was picking my nose to get rid of like the gunk. And on the right side, that was pretty much like a handful of it. And I was like, I wonder if my other nose has any, you know, just to clean it out. And I go deeper. I dig for gold, but found redstone. And oh my gosh, I had 2 bloody noses at the same time. They were both just guzzling down my mouth. And I had a white blue mask on. That thing was bloody. It was dripping down my chin because the mask didn't fit. It was just dripping down my chin. And oh my gosh, I didn't get it on my shirt because I was wearing a white shirt. Luckily, I didn't get it on that Nationer merch. Shop.spreadshirt.com/Nationer. And I was wearing my white Nationer merch that I made in high school. And I was like, oh, no. So, essentially, I had, kept pulling it down here and just, like, kept, like, how to say it, like, kept cleaning it. And I was like, oh, crap. I don't have, like, anything. I don't have the napkin that they gave for the little, like, complimentary snacks and drinks. So, essentially what happened is the guy to my left had, like, these black masks that you probably see. And he was like, "Oh, I don't have any napkins." So he just gave me the black mask to like clean my nose, and I kept cleaning my nose with that. But it would just smear. It wouldn't like absorb at all. I guess that mask works. But then what was it? It would just smear, right? So then the guy to my right, he was an elderly guy. The guy to my left was like 25. So the guy to my right, basically, he was like searching through his bag, and I could tell that he was like searching for this bloody nose solution. And he found like these tissues that he knew that he had that he never used during this trip. And so essentially I was just like, "Oh, thank you, my friend." And so I just popped them open and plug a thing in. And then I like flip my camera open as I'm getting off the plane. Oh, not to mention, I tried, like, right as we landed, I was clicking the, like, service attendant thing. Clicked it twice. Nah, the dude was just chilling up there. I was like, he, like, clicked the little monitor that controls everything, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna, like, see that they're, like, see what row I'm in? He, like, checks it, and then just, like, there's nothing on the screen, so he just doesn't do anything, and, you know, like, that's kind of what he was supposed to do. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then as I'm passing him, I'm like, oh, he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just had a bloody nose. I called the service attendant, but we were just landing." I'm like, "Oh, it's okay." Blah, blah, blah. I flip on the camera, and I'm like recording me out of the airport. And this thing is like red strip of just blood. Oh my gosh. And I have just like a thing in there. Everyone's around and just like, what the frick is going on? And I'm just like chilling like on one of these chairs, like trying to clean up my entire nose. And I just plug it with another one and then put my mask over it, and I'm like, screw it. And then I film like a little thing on my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'm The Real Jared. And yeah, essentially like that's simply what happened. And oh my God, I like posted something on my Instagram the day after, and oh my God, it was so bloody. I have like a worse shot like right out of the airplane with my blue mask on, where you could see a whole bunch of stuff. But even with like the black mask, you couldn't see a whole lot because it wasn't absorbing, you know, like the white ones were. So yeah, I mean, the whole LA trip, just like to and fro, was a lot. It was a lot. I don't remember where we stopped. Oh, we went to Seattle. Yeah, we went to Spokane to Seattle and then to Ontario. And on the way back, we went from Long Beach to Salt Lake to. Got it. Okay. I like totally forgot where we flew out of. I was like, I don't think we flew out of Salt Lake the first time around. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much like the entire LA trip. I missed a few things. Like we had gone and tried to find Prime, and then Ellie had found Prime before she left. And then me and Sam, who's Tyler's girlfriend, went on a hike because Tyler was busy, Manuel was busy. And so I was like, oh, screw it. Like, I just want to go like explore like LA somewhat. So we go on this hike with their dog. It was just a good hike overall. And for the most part, after that, she had to go stop at Best Buy to go grab something. And then I was like, can we also go to like the mall? Because I called this GNC like the like few hours before. Been like, hey, do you guys have any Prime there? Like, yeah, we got a lot of Prime, but it's kind of selling out. So I was like, okay. He's like, can I put some on hold for you? I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And so like I head over there later that day and be like, I'm the guy that said I was going to be in a blue hat. It wasn't in a blue hat. It was in my little camo bucket hat. Love that hat. Makes me feel like a young Tarzan, you know? So yeah, that's essentially what happened with the Prime whole fiasco. I feel like I'm missing a whole lot, but it was just overall a good time. Like I really, really enjoyed like the experience in sleeping on the couch for an entire week. Just a ton of fun. Just overall a great experience. 7 days on that couch, getting woken up by a dog every day. You can't make it much better, you know? So I just really remember a lot about that trip, and especially stuff that I can't kind of say right now because I don't want to spoil anything. But next episode for sure. Well, not even next episode. Next episode is going to go up this Sunday. So, I would be able to share it. Yeah. So yes, next episode, expect that. You guys will be able to kind of hear the whole trip, kind of what I was really going to LA for. Yeah, that's kind of the whole LA trip. Bloody nose kind of ended it off. Also, I forgot to mention how my mom got home. She left like on Monday or Tuesday, and then I stayed all the way until Sunday. So yeah, funny that, you know, Airrack Mafia Land was kind of mentioned in this whole thing, because you guys know that I've been part of Creator Now for some time, and if you guys are like honestly thinking about taking your game up with Creator Now, like as a YouTuber, Creator Now is the place. Creator Now is the place. If you guys saw a lot of my videos in the second half of the year, Creator Now. Like, honestly, Creator Now. A lot of the videos that I'm going to be working on doing, this Colin and Samir one, a lot of it, I've learned so much just throughout. And, you know, it's time to finally put all the information, the fire hydrant of information to work and continue mastering it, continue mastering the flow, and continue mastering, you know, this organic way of growth, and continue to just like build up what we have here, Nationers. So if you guys are like seriously wanting to take that leap of faith as a creator and finally put something into motion, Creator Now is the place. They just got a $3 million investment from investors. And it's insane. It's insane. Investors had raised up or funded $3 million for this entire project, this entire business of Creator Now. They've had people like Logan Paul the other week was roasting our videos. Like, him and Hayden were roasting our videos. They were giving feedback for any questions that people had. If you guys are big vlog fans, Kelly Wakasa. If you guys know a lot of Yes Theory, there was the video where they went to the pyramid. There was a girl named Sorrel who was giving a lot of financial advice, especially with brands and especially with products. And it's just like, it has so much encompassed into it. There's so much stuff that they have. And people who have very successful YouTube channels, you get to, you know, you get roasted by Airrack, you get roasted by Hayden Hillier-Smith, who is Logan Paul's editor. Insane. You get to hear so much stuff about Dreamline, things of just like putting your dreams in motion. And it's just an incredible experience. And you never know who you might meet. The reason why I was in LA and able to stay at somebody's place was because of the people that I met throughout these past 3 seasons. So I can say that I will join season 6. I will not be on a team, however, because I do want to kind of take this a little bit one step at a time. I've had my time on a team. I've done my fair share, I feel like. And it's time for me to kind of reel back that one little element and go with the flow. So, yeah, it's been incredible. It's been an incredible journey thus far with Creator Now. And I would not be in the position that I am, especially with a lot of this YouTube, especially with all the people up here, without that in my life. So, if you guys, again, are seriously wanting to join Creator Now, feel free to DM me by any means. I can always give you my experience. Season 4, I brought in like 8 new people, which is super cool. Season 5, I didn't bring in a whole lot of people, but regardless, it's once in a lifetime opportunity. So if you guys are definitely going to want to join in, and any details that you guys might need, let me know on my Instagram. You guys could DM us on here at TheRealestPodcast or TheRealestPod on Instagram. Suck your mom, Instagram, for not letting me have that username. Regardless, you guys could also DM me on I'm the Real Jared. That will be linked down in the description as well. Nationers, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching episode 28 of The Realest Podcast. Banner right there. We'll see you in the next one. Remember to live life to live and live life to love. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. 07. Peace.